Clouds come floating into my life, no longer to carry rain or usher storm, but to add color to my sunset sky. Clouds come floating into my life, no longer to carry rain or usher storm, but to add color to my sunset sky. If you cry because the sun has gone out of your life, your tears will prevent you from seeing the stars. Let me not pray to be sheltered from dangers, but to be fearless in facing them. Let me not beg for the stilling of my pain, but for the heart to conquer it. You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. I slept and dreamt that life was joy. I awoke and saw that life was service. I acted and behold, service was joy. It is very simple to be happy, but it is very difficult to be simple. Faith is the bird that feels the light and sings when the dawn is still dark. Love's gift cannot be given, it waits to be accepted. The butterfly counts not months but moments, and has time enough. I seem to have loved you in numberless forms, numberless times, in life after life, in age after age forever. Reach high, for stars lie hidden in you. Dream deep, for every dream precedes the goal. The small wisdom is like water in a glass, clear, transparent, pure. The great wisdom is like the water in the sea, dark, mysterious, impenetrable. Don't limit a child to your own learning, for she was born in another time. A mind all logic is like a knife all blade. It makes the hand bleed that uses it. Death is not extinguishing the light, it is only putting out the lamp because the dawn has come. Let your life lightly dance on the edges of time like dew on the tip of a leaf. Most people believe the mind to be a mirror, more or less accurately reflecting the world outside them, not realizing on the contrary that the mind is itself the principal element of creation. By plucking her petals you do not gather the beauty of the flower. Love is an endless mystery, because there is no reasonable cause that could explain it. You smiled and talked to me of nothing and I felt that for this I had been waiting long. If I can't make it through one door, I'll go through another door or I'll make a door. Something terrific will come no matter how dark the present. Music fills the infinite between two souls. The biggest changes in a woman's nature are brought by love, in man, by ambition. I have spent many days stringing and unstringing my instrument while the song I came to sing remains unsung. We live in the world when we love it. Patriotism cannot be our final spiritual shelter, my refuge is humanity. I will not buy glass for the price of diamonds, and I will never allow patriotism to triumph over humanity as long as I live. Let my thoughts come to you, when I am gone, like the afterglow of sunset at the margin of starry silence. Everything comes to us that belongs to us if we create the capacity to receive it. Every child comes with the message that God is not yet discouraged of man. The real friendship is like fluorescence, it shines better when everything has darkened. Men are cruel, but man is kind. You are the big drop of dew under the lotus leaf, I am the smaller one on its upper side, said the dewdrop to the lake. The stars are not afraid to appear like fireflies. The highest education is that which does not merely give us information but makes our life in harmony with all existence. Power said to the world, "You are mine." The world kept it prisoner on her throne. Love said to the world, "I am thine." The world gave it the freedom of her house. Trees are the earth's endless effort to speak to the listening heaven. We cross infinity with every step, we meet eternity in every second. When you came you cried and everybody smiled with joy, when you go smile and let the world cry for you. The water in a vessel is sparkling, the water in the sea is dark. The small truth has words which are clear, the great truth has great silence. Once we dreamt that we were strangers. We wake up to find that we were dear to each other. Age considers, youth ventures. The roots below the earth claim no rewards for making the branches fruitful. Beauty is simply reality seen with the eyes of love. The young student sits with his head bent over his books, and his mind straying in youth's dreamland, where prose is prowling on the desk and poetry hiding in the heart. God waits to win back his own flowers as gifts from man's hands. My day is done, and I am like a boat drawn on the beach, listening to the dance music of the tide in the evening. I will sit in the pupil of your eyes and that will carry your sight into the heart of the things. The traveler has to knock at every alien door to come to his own, and one has to wander through all the outer worlds to reach the innermost shrine at the end. Death belongs to life as birth does, the walk is in the raising of the foot as in the laying of it down. Depth of friendship does not depend on length of acquaintance. Stray birds of summer come to my window to sing and fly away. And yellow leaves of autumn, which have no songs, flutter and fall there with a sigh. Not hammer strokes, but dance of the water, sings the pebbles into perfection. Only in love are unity and duality, not in conflict. If you shut your door to all errors, truth will be shut out. The greed for fruit misses the flower. Nirvana is not the blowing out of the candle. It is the extinguishing of the flame because day is come. Deliverance is not for me in renunciation. I feel the embrace of freedom in 1,000 bonds of delight. Perhaps the crescent moon smiles in doubt at being told that it is a fragment awaiting perfection. Inspiration follows aspiration. In art, man reveals himself and not his objects. When I stand before thee at the day's end, thou shalt see my scars and know that I had my wounds and also my healing, for we women are not only the deities of the household fire, but the flame of the soul itself. He who is too busy doing good finds no time to be good. O my only friend, my best beloved, the gates are open in my house, do not pass by like a dream. Facts are many, but the truth is one. And because I love this life, I know I shall love death as well. The child cries out when from the right breast the mother takes it away, in the very next moment to find in the left one its consolation. Alas, why are my nights all thus lost? Ah, why do I ever miss his sight whose breath touches my sleep? Let me light my lamp, says the star, and never debate if it will help to remove the darkness. Come, O come ye thirsty restless ones, the kettle boils, bubbles and sings, musically. Never be afraid of the moments, thus sings the voice of the everlasting. These paper boats of mine are meant to dance on the ripples of hours, and not reach any destination. Some day I shall sing to thee in the sunrise of some other world. I have seen thee before in the light of the earth, in the love of man. The echo mocks her origin to prove she is the original. The singer alone does not make a song, there has to be someone who hears. Broken song. Ah, thou hast made my heart captive in the endless meshes of thy music, my master. That which is eternal within the moment only becomes shallow if spread out in time. If no one responds to your call, then go your own way alone. Read books when you are free, read minds when you aren't, but do read. I am willing to serve my country, but my worship I reserve for right which is far greater than my country. To worship my country as a god is to bring a curse upon it. To tyrannize for the country is to tyrannize over the country. Men can only think. Women have a way of understanding without thinking. Woman was created out of God's own fancy. Man, he had to hammer into shape. The world loved man when he smiled. The world became afraid of him when he laughed. Perhaps the new dawn will come from this horizon, from the east where the sun rises, and then, unvanquished man will retrace his path of conquest, despite all barriers, to win back his lost heritage. Let him only see the thorns who has eyes to see the rose. Dreams can never be made captive. He who has the knowledge has the responsibility to impart it to the students. The fish in the water is silent, the animals on the earth is noisy, the bird in the air is singing. But man has in him the silence of the sea, the noise of the earth and the music of the air. I understand the voice of your stars and the silence of your trees. When I go from hence, let this be my parting word, that what I have seen is unsurpassable. Whatever we understand and enjoy in human products instantly becomes ours, wherever they might have their origin. Let me feel with unalloyed gladness that all the great glories of man are mine. I have lost my dewdrop, cries the flower to the morning sky that lost all its stars. The Taj Mahal rises above the banks of the river like a solitary tear suspended on the cheek of time. He alone may chastise who loves,